Great. Thank you. All right, everybody. Thank you all for coming again. To those of you who don't have a person next to you, I hope someone will be filing in, because today we're going to be talking with the people next to us. So, yeah. Don't worry, Shannon. We got you someone. All right, we're going to get started with our motto here in class. I'm going to read it first, and then I want to hear all of you say it with me. It's flirting is a skill, not a spiritual gift. All right, everybody ready? Flirting is a skill, not a spiritual gift. Perfect. Thank you. All right, we're going to go over the class schedule. Next week, there's no class. So, I know it's going to be Thanksgiving, but you do have an assignment. How many of you know what movie this is? Free Birds. Who remembers the name of this couple from Free Birds? Reggie and Jenny.
I just watched it.
You just watched it?
My roommate put it on.
Dude, it's a good movie, huh?
Professor, I think he's cheating.
So, Reggie and Jenny are a couple that he's from the future, she's from the past, but they flirt and they make a connection. So, I want you guys to watch this movie.
So long ago.
I want you guys to watch this movie and analyze how they flirt with each other and how they make this connection across time. So yeah, analyze their relationship. That's your assignment for next week. Enjoy it. Last week we talked about flirting 101 and the death of the gentleman. So it was passed. Today we're going to talk about finding the one who will take you back. For some people that's hard. If you're already here with someone, you're probably doing a lot better than most of us. So some of these examples we'll be doing won't be as applicable in finding, because we hopefully already have that person. But everyone can do better about flirting through text. So we're going to talk about that. And we're going to do a little role play where it's like you get someone's number. So if you're already with someone, just pretend it's like the first time you ever met them and just have fun with it. Next time we're going to talk about chemistry or charity, getting a return appointment, and become the person your eternal companion is praying for. Welcome to class.
Hey.
What's your
Sierra, what's your name?
Good job, Chandler. You have to sit next to Chandler, sorry.
Oh, I do? Okay.
Yeah. All right. We're going to get starting with finding the one who will text you back. And if you already found someone, maybe you can give us like a little bit of feedback on how you did it. But we're going to hear from our favorite book, Preach My Gospel. But this is chapter 9. It's called 5 People to Teach. Today it's not as applicable, so we're going to be reading this, 5 People to Date. So, let's get started. Who would volunteer to read? Perfect.
In the early days of the restored church, the Lord repeatedly instructed a group of brethren to teach his gospel by the way as they traveled. He wanted them to use every opportunity to share the gospel.
Oh, wait, sorry.
To find people to date.
Yeah.
I think that's...
All right. Could you read the next one?
Apply this instruction to your finding. Make a diligent effort to find throughout the day. Plan your finding efforts. And also look for unplanned opportunities. Finding new people to teach is a constant.
Oh, sorry.
Finding new people to date is constant.
Until you find the one, then you can stop. Time out. And then, will you read the last one?
Seek inspiration and be willing to use a variety of ways. Focus on the ways that are most effective in your area.
And what is our area? BYU. Exactly. All right. How many of you know what this is? You return missionaries. Okay. Who can give us a good definition of what this means?
I got you. It's basically you have multiple lines in the water when you're fishing, which means you have lots of opportunities to catch different fish. And with dating, I guess it would be you have a lot of different ways to find people to date. More than just one situation, one time.
That's so true. Listen to this guy who's AP. All right, now let's hear from people. How have you been successful in finding the class? Yeah, that's perfect. How have you guys been successful in finding what works? What works at BYU? We're all struggling. Most of us are struggling. That's why we're in this class. So, what works?
I'd say referrals work.
Okay.
I'd say like definitely if you have like mutual friends or if you like get set up on a date by
Like your roommate?
yeah, like by your roommate, or maybe sometimes like your roommate's girlfriend sometimes help out.
That's
Um,
true.
But yeah, I'd say referrals is like probably the number one most effective way of finding here on campus.
Like referrals from a recent convert?
Yeah, like something like that. I don't think-
Yeah.
Personal story. My sister went on an exchange with her Romana who was almost going home from her mission. She sent me messengers. You gotta look this Romana up when she gets home in a week. I
Okay.
did and never did. So
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay. References from home. There we go. How many of you heard like the grandparent that's like, hey, I got this person in my ward who has their granddaughter BYU. You should set them up. You should go talk to them. Yeah, those are great. What else?
Class.
Class.
We're
How-
engaged. We met in class.
From class. You met in class?
Help people with their homework.
She helped me with my electrical engineering homework.
Okay. Were you like, hey, I need help, I'm not understanding this?
Yeah. I mean, she would get like 100% on all the tests, and I was doing not so good, and so
Okay.
you know, it was a double win.
Yeah. Now it's like a triple, quadruple, infinity win.
It's an eternal win.
Exactly. Yeah?
Online tracking, online finding.
Like mutual? Okay. They can have success.
Never seen it work ever. My sister got married off of mutual.
Okay.
Well,
This is my cousin.
Okay, we got some witnesses here.
But it only works when
We got some opinion. Yeah.
I think just like walking around campus with your dog, preferably like the old retriever.
Oh, do you do that?
When you're young, in my personal experience, that's like
You have
That's
they're
work.
on their good belt.
Okay.
Does that also work for missionaries? You can just like go around people's houses with a puppy.
I have heard that this one guy that was a bishop of a ward, he used to go around to girls' apartments with games, and he used to be like, hey, want to play a quick game of like Uno? And then if you won and they were cute, then he'd just like stay there and keep talking to them, try to play another one. And then if he lost and didn't think they were cute, then he'd leave. Be like, thanks for the game, that was fun.
what if you lost?
Then he went to the next degree. It was just depending on if you liked him or not. So he would stay around.
You wouldn't lose.
I like that.
So the parents of my primary teacher back in California, he would pick guys to come to his office, and he did this wall of like girls from the ward, and he like pick a girl to go on a date, and I'll pay for the whole date.
Okay. Find those guys. The matchmakers. Chandler?
I was gonna say on my mission we did like 30-minute service where we like walk someone's dog. But it was on that 30-minute service where we also did like street contacting, where like we talked to other people with dogs. And so I say like common interests, so like going to clubs and also volunteering in locations where you like, I don't know, it could be healthcare related, it could be business related, but just like finding different activities, club activities or volunteer activities where you have common interests with other people.
That's good, because then you find someone who has common interest. Perfect. And then of course you got your street contact, you talk to them on the bus, you talk to them in class. For me, personally in class, it's been on the downhill slope, but hey, you gotta keep trying.
It's like contacting in class.
Contact in public, it could work. Alright, now let's talk, I wanna hear everyone's opinion. What is the importance of texting in a relationship? Is it important? Is it not? What does it have to do with it? Do you put a lot of interest into it? Do you read a lot into it? Yeah. Chandler?
I think like on the mission, daily contact is pretty important.
Okay.
So in relationships, I'd say like keeping the flame going and like keeping the interest going is something that can be accomplished through text.
Okay. I just remember like me and Sam were comps, and like every morning we wake up like, all right, we gotta send buen dia to everyone we know, and that's our daily contact. We did it. Do you guys want that text in the morning? The same thing, girls. Do you want to be daily contacted? In that kind of situation, like I gotta get my contact in with them, like I'll do the same thing every time.
You sounded different.
We want to hear more from you, women, so speak up.
I'll say a compliment.
Okay.
I mean, if it's the same time, the same text every day, I feel like that's a little monotonous and not so personal.
So if it's personal, then it's better. Okay. Other thoughts? Like if you're not like meeting up, doing anything, then
And it might be like, oh, this is kind of cool.
if it's not like texting to set something up for the future, or like keeping it going until the next thing, it's probably like this is weird. Okay. What else? Who thinks it's not that important? Last class, some dude was like, I suck at texting and I don't care about it. You don't think texting's important?
I think it's important, but it's not as important if you guys are seeing each other often. If you guys
Okay.
aren't seeing each other often, it's pretty important. If you guys are, obviously it depends on like the two people, but like some people might just not care really.
Yeah, Conan.
I was just gonna say, I think communication is important, but I think good morning is not the most important thing to tell someone.
Yeah. True. I like it.
I think like in texting, you have to like first have like several like in-person interactions before texting really can like work and take effect and like be like permanent in the relationship. If you like try to start off like a relationship with like texting someone, it's gonna fall flat. You have to have like personal interactions with that person first.
I think we need to normalize phone calls.
Yes, please.
People might
And
see this-
FaceTime?
Yeah, I feel like people might see this too forward, but like if you're texting and they ask you a question and you have a little bit of time, give them a call to give them your answer and that more personal contact.
Okay, guys, take notes of that. That was good. That was good.
Well, I was actually gonna ask about that. Like, how do you know if it's like something worth calling for, or if it should just be said in text?
Yeah.
If it requires more than 2 replies, just call them. I have a really low bar for that, I'll just call anybody.
Okay. Yeah, some people I think are just really quick to call, and some people are like, I'll just send you a big old paragraph. Okay.
I think it also would be helpful, like, if you like talked about it before, be like, hey, like, can I get your number? Like, oh, like, yeah, sure, but I'm really bad at responding. You'd be like, well, what if I give you a call sometime? That might be helpful. Also, one more thing with texting, instead of like a everyday the same thing, like maybe every once in a while be like, oh, like, how was your day today? Or just like asking more like a personal question, if that there is like mutual like interest.
Okay. Did that respond to your question?
Yeah, kind of. I was also wondering like what about asking somebody out on a date? If you only have their phone number, do you call them or do you text them?
Class?
Phone call.
Phone call?
I feel like it's nice to start off like with the date and not the number, because like I feel like when you grab their number, it's like sometimes kind of hard to transition that into a date. But if you just flat out ask them on a date, then it's like an excuse to get their number.
Okay. Start with the date, then get the number, then call and text and coordinate it. Okay. But if you just have their number and like you talk to them one time about doing something, you want to do something, you call them or you text them?
I think you can text them sometimes, depending. I don't know if that's a hot take.
I've heard that calling's classier. I hear that those prefer calls.
Ladies, what would you prefer?
I would prefer text the first time. First one, text.
I think it's really nice to be like, hey, I have a question to ask you. Can I call you later?
Okay. So then it lets them know, hey, I'm not just gonna out of nowhere call you.
That's
Yeah,
a
exactly.
positive approach.
So that you're prepared. And then
Because then you like have time to sit
Yeah,
and
just kidding.
I kind of like those together. I was gonna say you can call, but then if like they don't pick up and you're busy or whatever, then you can shoot them a text.
Okay. Chad.
I was like, is this gonna be on the study guide for the final?
Don't worry, bro, there's no final.
Oh, okay, good.
You just have to go on a date. And she just said you did good.
I think the final would be easier.
Hopefully by the end of the class it'll be better. Hi everybody, welcome. There's some empty spots over here by Chandler. Chandler needs one. Also in this class we sit every other, so it might
There's only one gender in this one, so.
eventually you might have to move spots for a second
Okay.
if it doesn't get good. Yeah. Alright, now we're gonna go to a quote that I heard literally the other week, but I don't know who it is, so it's gonna be by someone. No, you read it.
The single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it's taken.
Alright, I think we've all seen that, right? It's like, okay, I'm just gonna text them for the date, or I'm gonna talk to them in person about setting something up for the future, and it kind of just fizzles out there, right? So, the big problem in texting is that it's an illusion that we think a certain communication is taking place. That's why, in my opinion, I would say text them, say, can I give you a call? If I'm gonna ask them on a date. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I think texting, unless you know them really, really well, is always gonna be misinterpreted. And so it's best to just be used for like facts. Like, this time, I'm gonna pick you up, or like, these are the details of what's gonna happen. But any conversation that's going down should be over phone call or in person.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, something that you like want them to have, like, to be able to refer to, like, oh wait, when were we gonna do this? And then you can like just go back in the conversation. Say like, oh,
It was 7, we're going here this time. Yeah, comment?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I kind of remember like the perfect happy medium, which is like voicemails. You can just send voice recordings. So
Okay.
almost the best of both worlds.
I like that. That's good too. Alright, now we're gonna go over something super important. How to flirt over text, right? So, maybe some of you aren't that good at texting. Maybe you want to get better. Maybe you're like, okay, I like this person, we have each other's number. How do I tell them I like them? Right? So we're gonna watch this video, and I'm gonna pause it, and I haven't seen the whole thing, so it might get crazy.
I have a comment. If you like someone and you just got their number, don't tell them you like them immediately. Most of the time it won't.
It is a little cringy.
I mean, you could try it. It might work, but like, my experience, it doesn't work 90% of the time. Yeah.
Okay. We got someone had an embarrassing moment with that, so.
No, it's just like, it's not even personally, but like, a lot of people I know who have done that, it's been like, they were having a good relationship with the person, and they just kind of like scared them away, because like, I don't know if that's how, like, if I'm ready for you to experience that yet.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, we want a lot of input in the class, so feel free to ask questions. Alright, this is this video I found on YouTube. It's called 17 something? 17 tips to text with commitment. Yeah, that's what it's called. Gus, as my assistant for the day, is going to push pause and start. But it's going to go over 17 things. I don't know if we're going to watch all of them, but we're going to, if you guys, once it finishes one, we're going to pause it and we're going to talk about it briefly. So someone will be like, this is what it is, and I'll write it on the board so we can all refer back to it. Alright? Everyone ready?
Number 1, you send him a message that says, I'm craving our conversation. Here's what this message does. You've snuck into his day and jolted him out of whatever he's doing right now to bring him into the moment with you. It wasn't small talk, hey, how you doing, what you up to, how's your day going? You just jumped straight into something meaningful, and you've paid a unique compliment to the dynamic you have with him. Number 2, why haven't you asked me to see the...
Alright, we're going to sing that first little clip. As soon as I saw that first clip, I was like, oh, we need to watch this video.
I don't know if I would use the word crave.
Yeah, it's a powerful word. But what, if we go back to the principle of what they were saying, what is that text meaning?
I crave you.
Crave you.
That just maybe was my train of thought. I think just like being like, hey, I want to have a conversation with someone. That's essentially what it means. Like, let's start a conversation.
Okay. I like how like they brought like the Nerf gun out and they just like blasted him in the back of the head. It's kind of just like, oh, like I need to pay attention now. Like I got to focus up.
Instructions are a little bit unclear. I feel like if I said that text, I'd get blocked.
True. This guy's a little extreme in some of his things, but going back to the principle, what is it? Is it bold? Is it like direct? Hey, I want to talk to you about going on a date. Like, what is it?
I feel like it's just kind of helping the conversation to like not stagnate or whatever. Like if you've been texting a guy for a while, and you just keep doing like surface level things and not talking about anything past class with your favorite color, then you're not gonna like continue with everything.
Okay, I like it. So if we had to write that on the board, what would we say is this?
Get their attention.
Okay. This marker sucks. Get attention now. Perfect. We're gonna keep going.
People ain't funny yet. This message is adorably demanding in a playful way. It's vulnerable on one hand. You know, you are saying, I want to do this with you. It's also slightly unreasonable because he didn't even necessarily know that you wanted to see that film. In fact, I would say this message works better if he didn't even know you wanted to do that thing. And you're being upfront about what you want. You're putting the ball in his court and saying, hey, mister, invite me on this date, please. Mistake number one, playing games about when to text back.
Let's pause it there. All right. Thoughts about that? What is the game in texting? Why is texting so dangerous?
You don't want to give off a sense of desperation. I feel like sometimes you feel like you need to wait because it's like you don't want to seem too desperate quickly.
Okay. We'll put a little star like waiting? Question mark?
Isn't that what the game is?
Yeah, like, is there a reason for the game to exist?
We all lost the game.
Isn't the point of the game to win?
Yeah, I don't know.
Instead of losing their interest?
I feel like sometimes when people have wait in my past life as a single man, when people wait too long to text me back, even if they're awesome, like I feel like I start to be like, whatever, I'll move on. Especially when in like a dating place like BYU, where you can like meet so many people so fast. Kind of feels like if someone just doesn't respond for a long time, you're like, they're probably not interested. And you just move on even if that's not what they wanted.
I also feel like what they're talking about, like not playing games, like if you get a text and you're free, it's maybe not always smart to be like, I should wait to not feel desperate, because it could be like you're both busy. Maybe this is like one of a few times you actually can have a conversation with a text. So by waiting, you're losing that opportunity, and maybe you're just gonna have like one text a couple hours apart, and that's not any fun.
And then it doesn't get their attention and doesn't move the ball down the court.
And another way to avoid that, especially if you guys are both busy a lot, is to, like, going back to calling, like asking if you could call them at some point. Or even if you are busy and they text you and you see your phone, you could be like, hey, I'm busy, can I call you later maybe? Or do you really want to talk later?
And that gets their attention. It's like, I'm going to call you later. I think the video is going to talk a little more about the waiting game. And he's got his friend Monkey to talk about it.
I've literally had that same monkey as
Yeah.
sex.
Fun fact about Gus, everybody.
Say monkey. Huh? It's from George. But instead of texting George back and having a conversation, Monkey thinks, no, I am going to wait. And George is going to see how busy I am, how important I am, and how attractive I am. But the problem is, George is by his phone right now. She could have had a message with him and carried on the momentum and ridden that wave. Instead, she waited 5 or 6 hours to text back George, who incidentally was no longer curious. Now look, I'm not saying that when someone texts you, you should always be by your phone waiting to text them back. But if someone happens to text you in a moment where you're not doing anything and it's organic to reply to them right away, why not use the momentum of that moment and have a conversation? If 5-10 minutes later you need to go, that's fine. That's where you can be busy in an authentic way. But don't play games of making someone wait just to look cool. Number 2, obsessively sticking to text. I talked about this. It's a form of communication. I think of different mediums, whether they're texts, pictures, voice memos, phone calls, FaceTimes, all as having a kind of energy bar. And the more you do them, the more that energy bar gets depleted, and we start to get diminishing returns from that thing. If we over-text, doesn't matter how quirky or fun or witty we are by text, it begins to wear thin. And most people have had that experience. It's like, okay, I need a different stimuli now. I need something else. That's when it pays to send someone a picture and just say, you know, the view from where I am right now, if you happen to be looking out on a beautiful view, or if you happen to be sitting in bed with a dessert in front of you, in front of the TV, take a picture of the dessert and be like, the view from where I am right now. Check out my view right now. In that moment, you're changing up the medium. The same can be done with a voice memo. In the middle of a text conversation, when you feel like it's getting a little dry, send someone a voice memo instead. If they're teasing you, shake it up by sending a voice memo back saying, "You're so mean." It's cute, it's playful, but it's it suddenly injects new life into the conversation because their energy bar of voice is not depleted in the way that your texting has. Mistake number 3, being one note. What gets someone really attracted to us is not when we're one energy, but when we're able to be versatile between different energies. If you find yourself always being very polite and sweet, today be a little bossy. Say to someone, "Are you going to call me tonight or what?" If you find yourself sending lots of nice, friendly messages to someone, amp up the sexual tension today. Tell it. Those are things that show that you can be many. So think of the energy you normally have, the one you're most comfortable with, and do the inverse of that today. Mistake number 4, talking about everything except yourself. People truly fall for you when they hear your story, because your story is what makes you different from everybody else. So the next time you have a conversation with someone, ask yourself this: am I only describing here what I've been doing, or am I actually revealing who I am and what I'm thinking about? Here's an example, because I know this sounds a little abstract. If someone asked you, "What did you do last night?" You say, "I cooked ribs for the first time last night." Now, that's not a bad text, it's still a conversation starter, but it's still only talking about what you did. What we want to do is add on to that a bit about who you are. If you wanted to do even better than that in telling your story, you could say, "I made ribs for the first time for my family last night. I'm a little late to this cooking thing, to be honest, but I'm actually really enjoying learning about it." Now someone sees a hint of vulnerability, what you're learning about right now, and how you feel about it. Mistake number 5, being too passive.
Alright, thoughts? Are you learning from the video? Are you laughing?
I think the important thing about the last one is that it's forcing us to create emotional connection. Because you're not just like being kind of meh about what you're doing. Like you're putting in the effort to try and connect with the person that you're talking to. So I think that's important.
And how does that like grow the relationship?
I don't know. I think vulnerability is an important thing in all relationships, whether it's romantic or platonic. So, yeah.
I think that even when it's not over text, like just being one-dimensional is not like fun. It's like sometimes you ask people like how your class is going, and they're like, "This is like we're actually doing some really cool stuff," and they'll like be passionate about what they're doing. And other times they're like, "Oh, that's the worst," and then not say anything else. And it's the same thing over text. Like you're like how's your day today? Fine. And then it's like not fun.
Alright, are we learning from the video, or should we continue to the live practice?
I like the video, keep going.
Alright, we'll watch one more.
Almost everybody has had the experience of something moving way too slowly, of someone who keeps drifting back and forth, giving you kind of mixed signals. They're not asking you out, but they do keep reaching out by text. You don't know where it's going. It feels totally ambiguous. This is where I like to apply what I call gracious impatience, which means warmly, politely being more upfront about what you actually want. So let's say Monkey wants to progress things with George. Now they've been texting back and forth for a few weeks, but it seems like the momentum isn't carrying them to the next stage. Why doesn't he ask me out on a date? Why don't he at least pick up the phone? Here I am, just texting away. What am I gonna text myself into an early, shallow monkey grave? Sorry. Well, the passive response would be to be texting George and to be like, yes, like I think that is true as well, George. Bye, George. We'll do the same thing again tomorrow. Or monkey can be graciously impatient. And next time George messages her, she can say, yeah, that's a real funny joke, George. You're a real funny guy there. So anyway, mister, are you actually going to ask me out, or can I just expect to house your week for the rest of my life? Now, I know this sounds like a simple message, but there is a lot that is right with this message. When you say so, mister, it's a little bit of an authoritative, but almost sexy. Then you give the standard. You're gonna ask me out. That's what you want. Actually saying what you want. Or can I just expect a house your week for the rest of my life? That's you being intentionally hyperbolic and dramatic to create a playfulness around something that you're also kind of not playing about. People never get any momentum. They don't get from a first conversation to FaceTime or an actual date, or they don't get from date 1 to date 2, or they had momentum and they lost it and they don't know how to get it back again with that person. I wanted to create something that showed people how to get momentum in the early stages of dating someone and then keep it so that it actually turned into a relationship. And the way that I've chosen to do that is to create a texting program that shows you, I think there's like 60 or 70 different text messages in the program that you can use to create,
That's probably about as far as I got in the video, so we're gonna stop it there too. Sorry about the kind of crazy comments he made, but they're funny, so it's okay. What do we think about gracious and patience? I think their text was pretty extreme, but
Fortune favors the bold.
dude, amen.
It's true.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of these would work really well on me, but I don't know how well it would work if I used them on other people.
Yeah, they are actual people, and like you have been texting them, so you should know how they're gonna respond.
Yeah.
Maybe that one's a little more extreme because this person's just like oblivious, but you can be a little softer, you know. You can move your gracious and patience along the spectrum.
Could you give us like another example that's not as extreme of gracious and patience?
Would someone else like to give an example?
You know, I feel like for girls at least, if you're like being impatient, you can always just ask the guy out on a date. Like you don't have to wait for him to ask you on a date. And ask him on a date.
Yeah, it got you clueless.
Then he'll feel like less of a man and then repent for his godly sorrow and become.
It's true. He will feel bad. He's like, I didn't realize you wanted to go on another date, or like do actually something other than just hang out. Yeah.
Fear of Todd and then.
Exactly. Ladies, how do you feel about that? Just like, all right, this guy is being kind of lame, but I like him, so what do I do? Okay. Awesome. All right, we're gonna. Now, you might be thinking, after all this talk about texting, I've heard this many times. How do I get someone's number? And the person who said that was you. So you're wondering, how do I get someone's number? Let's talk about it. Imagine you're in class, and it's like, I need some help with my homework. What'd you do, bro?
Bro, at the so there was a gap between when I got her number and when we started dating, but
It was like a few months.
yeah. So when I got the, I of course thought she was cute from the jump. So there was one time like after lab where I was like, "Yo, if you ever want to study for this class, like, let's study together." And then I got her number, and then like a month after that, I texted her something like, "Yo, where did you find the code video for Lab 4?" And then she told me where to find the code video for Lab 4.
It's really good advice, everyone.
Yeah. So and then,
All right, let's break this situation down. What happened? Step 1. What did he do?
identified cute girl in class.
Identify.
Target.
Target acquired.
Perfect. Next step. Step 2.
Create an excuse.
I did.
Overcome the issues.
Free excuse.
Yeah, actually like
Great excuse / common interest. I think that's also good. Like you're sitting there talking, you're like, you like pickleball? I like pickleball. Let's pickleballs.
Professor, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it better to create an excuse, or is it better to just go for it and state your intentions? Be bold.
Ooh.
What was your original intention?
Let's
Well, I
talk
have
about
the
it.
original intention, but, like, she is the smartest and
All right.
student, like,
So,
in Becky, so I
It's
just have-
like, do I play the long game and wait a month to ask them for like the code? Or is it like, hey, I think you're cute. Let's do something one day.
I don't know, you put a ring on it.
This is true, Doctor.
But Cody had put a ring on it like 3 months earlier.
Both could work. Both could work.
Opinions.
I think that if you go in with an excuse, you're unclear of what your objective is. But if you are straight up and you're like, hey, I think you're cute, then it's like, you know, you guys are gonna start talking and maybe start dating.
Okay.
I think you should give time for them to get to know you first. Like, especially if you don't know each other yet. Like, I feel like it's hard for somebody to know if they like you that beforehand.
It's like, alright, I've identified you as the cute girl in the class, but she's like, you're kind of not that cute, so we'll have to wait on your personality to shine.
So one of the things my parents told me before going to college was like, for the first week of school, every day, like you sit between 2 people in class and get both of their phone numbers. That way you have friends in the class, but also like you can form study groups and help each other out in school. And I think that's an easy way to get someone's number. And then like later on, once you know the person a little bit better, you can ask as well.
Okay. Other thoughts? Alright, our other approach is just be super bold, which is good. Let's hear some pros for that.
I think you can't really go wrong with being bold. I think when it comes to dating, a lot of people are like, it's either all or nothing. And I think that if you're just gonna go for it, might as well. Because even if you just met a person, you're not gonna know if it's gonna go anywhere either way. Even if you go on several dates, you don't know if it will last. So I think might as well just do it. And if it doesn't go right, it's okay.
And going on a first date is not code in a relationship, so you're totally chill. And if you sit by them again in class, it's just like, yeah, we went on a date, it was sweet, we had fun, but that was it. Don't make it awkward. Other thoughts? How would you respond if someone was like, alright, hey. Okay, first, guy, give an example. You're sitting next to someone in class, how'd you do the bold approach? I think we might need to hear that. Who feels like they're a bold person? Chandler, you're definitely a bold person.
Next to you. So basically, we're sitting next to each other in class. Do you want like basically a little bit of a role play, like 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay. So I say.
Would anyone like to volunteer to be the cute girl?
Who wants to be cute girl?
We need an actual
You're
girl
cute
though.
anyway. Just be the girl.
How about one of the girls?
Perfect.
Hey, Sierra. Oh, hey, what's your name?
I'm Sierra, what's your name?
I'm Chandler. I had a quick question. Where did you get that?
What?
That smile.
Oh, wow!
On a real note though, Sierra, like, I mean, how long have you been at BYU for?
2 months.
2 months? Okay, so do you know where it is? No, like where I can get your number? Okay. Do you mind if I get that right?
Wow. Weird.
Alright, so surprise, Chandler is actually already in the program, he's already graduated. He just decided to come back to contribute to the class. So don't hold that against him.
I'm like, I'm a alumni.
Yeah, he's an alum. He's an alum. That's pretty sweet, you know? Like the girl felt good, she felt complimented. Like, you gonna say no to that? Did you feel complimented?
Yeah.
Or were you just like, this is just the example, he's just being funny?
Well, I wasn't expecting pickup line number 2.
True. Pretty good. Anything else? Bold?
I think you can combine those, like common interest plus being bold. Like if you guys both like to play pickleball, like, hey, you know what? I think it'd be so fun to go on a date with you and let's go play pickleball. And then you
Okay.
can get their number.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's move the common interest. You can make it bold. They combine right there. That's what happened right there. Yeah, that was a good example. It's like, oh, we talk about pickleball. We weren't paying attention at all to the lecture. We just were kind of flirting the whole time, and then it's like, boom, common interest.
Note, bold approaches never worked for me. Just putting that out there.
I feel ya. That's why I'm still teaching and not in the back row participating. You know. Yeah. Okay, let's finish these steps real quick. We identified our target. Girls, this also applies to you. If you see a cute guy, he's probably pretty shy, so it'd be great if you reached out to him. Next, be bold. We're going to say be bold first, and then create the excuse. All right, step 3. What's step 3? Should ring.
Oh, she was saying how thick you guys are married, so I said you gotta read it.
Okay, yeah. Identify. Let's put a good disclaimer right here.
Thank you, Professor. Have a good one. I'm gonna have to dip.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Chandler.
thanks, Max.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Yeah, let's put a big circle around that. Identify cute girl, and then check that, and then if it's not, revert back to plan 1 and keep identifying. All right, you created the excuse. You made your line. You put your hook it out there. I don't know. Something, some metaphor, you know.
I think next would be consistent.
Oh,
Consistent.
Yes,
Follow up.
consistent. Follow up. It's like being a missionary. Follow up.
Consistency. Follow up. And then I think we could just do step 4. It's like, do it. Do the thing. Do the thing you talked about right here. Like, ask them on the date or think about with them. And then I think you just go back to step 2 because you already identified them. And then it's like, boom, be bold. Ask them another time. Find the common interest. Yeah, don't work. I mean, excuses could work too. But who knows? All right, did we all learn during that? Any other tidbits? Anyone like that? Okay. We need to reorganize our classroom. So we're gonna have the girl on the left talk to the guy on the right. Now, guys, if you realize you're on the right and you don't have a girl to your left, stand up, and you guys are gonna have to split up. So guys, stand up if you don't have someone. Also, you need to move over one. You are also fine.
No.
Alright, you 3 are part of that group. Mason, I'm gonna have to kick you out from this exercise, so those who are not in a relationship you can
Make a
talk
gap
with
between us.
You can talk with them. You can get some advice on the next step. Next. Alright.
I don't know where I'm going.
And then just go find your person and go sit by them.
Oh, you maybe want to get through.
Everyone's got their person now? Yeah, you too. Mason. Okay, I'm sorry for you guys. You guys can practice with each other. Alright, so we're going to use this example. If you get the pink one, you are the identifier. You are the person hunting for the number. And if you are purple, you are the hunted. You are the identified. So you kind of have to play along a little bit, but like, don't make it too easy for them, right? If this is like your mission, it's like, it's that guy who already kind of knows a lot, you gotta kind of make it hard for him. So, I can hand these out at random, because sometimes the girls gotta identify, right? But don't forget to ring check. So, yeah.
second. Sorry. Can you take a pink one?
Yes.
Sorry, random question. What part of our community?
Rosario.
Oh, that.
Alright, you are hunting both of their numbers. You get two. You get asked 2 people on a date, so it's double practice. Here's 2 sticky notes. Just so you guys can. Look at your sticky note.
I think I'm a phone number hunter.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I'm. Who?
Her. You're hunting her.
Are we role play right now?
Yeah, so, okay, everybody listen up. I thought it was pretty self-explanatory. If you're pink, you're getting purple's number. If you're purple, you're getting your number taken.
Exactly.
You don't have to actually give the number, it's a role play.
Wait.
But it's up to you. It's up to you. But we need 3 minutes. So you're in class. Class is about to end. The lecture is kind of like fizzling out. You don't have to pay attention anymore. You have 3 minutes. Ready? Go. Here you go. Did you get Chandler's number? Okay, you're gonna practice Chandler at a later date. It's an out of practice. You already had the homework to watch the paper. Just imagine. Good idea. Okay, but now you can work on step 2. You could have gone back to your side. You have a minute and 50 seconds. You go get one of them. Maybe now I'm hunting her number. Go. You only have a minute and a half. Yes. Pretend to be a dude. If you already have the number, we're going to step 2. Be bold. Keep talking, and if you have finished, feel free to swap roles. And you can pretend like you don't know them. Remember?
He works here because he's the creative person.
You have 5 seconds. If you don't have the number, hurry. Class is about to end. Time's up. Time's up. Cut your loss. Run out of class. All right, everybody. Time's up. Time's up. All right. Who got the number? Wait, better question. Who did not get the number? Who got a no? Alright, we got one more number. Alright, so, what did we learn? Did we follow the steps we made earlier? Were we bold? Could we have been more bold? We could have been more bold. There's always room for more bold. Let's remember that. Be more bold. Alright. In our last 2 minutes of class, we're going to go over something I find super important. We're going to talk about something a little more spiritual. These are the 10 Commandments, right? We know them, we love them. Thou shalt not kill, those kinds of things. But little did you know, there is an 11th commandment. Here it is. Thou shalt not ghost.
Yes.
Oh, we hear a couple exclamations on that. Yeah, it's pretty tragic, you know? You gave them your number and then you just don't respond. So that's not that good. It's kind of rude. We talked about being straightforward and bold. The person sometimes has to be bold back and be like, yo, you're super nice, but I'm out. So this is from Urban Dictionary, and they have a lot of great definitions. Will you read it?
Oh. The act of suddenly ceasing all communication with someone the subject is dating but no longer wishes to date. This is done in hopes that the ghostee will just get the hint and leave the subject alone, as opposed to the subject simply telling them that he/she is no longer interested. Ghosting is not specific to a certain gender and is closely related to the subject's maturity and communication skills. Many attempts justify ghosting as a way to cease dating the ghostee without hurting their feelings, but in fact proves the subject is just thinking more of themselves, as ghosting often creates more confusion for the ghostee than if the subject clearly stated how he/she feels.
Thoughts? Accurate? Not accurate? Accurate. Alright. Yeah.
My only thing is, in my experience, I've had where I am clear and they don't take the hint. Like I'm very upright, so then I have to ghost. That's my experience with it.
Okay.
Just throw that out there.
Straightforward, and then they're still kind of crazy, so it's just like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to
It's
respond to you
crazy
anymore.
people, so.
Yeah. Alright. In our last minute, I want to hear some advice from people. Alright, we don't want to go on a date with this person, but we don't want to be jerks and ghost them. So how do we reject with kindness? You just cave and give them false hope?
You can set them up with your roommate.
Oh, okay. Just deflect them to someone else?
You can have a roommate respond for you.
I guess. Other thoughts?
You probably
How do we reject with kindness? Last thought.
Is for the most part, you should say yes to every first date. Like, unless it's like creepy, like, nothing's gonna get hurt by saying yes for first date, unless you like actually are busy and then you just say, hey, I can't, I'm busy.
Okay. Being honest, yeah.
I think it's important if you want to say no to a date to say no like sooner than later, because like that would give them time to find another person for the date. If like they already have something planned.
We speak from experience there.
I think we all speak from experience. That's why I like to end with this cute little picture. It's a cute little ghost, right? Ghosting is not cute. It's the 11th commandment. And then you break it, you break hearts. So don't do it. Just like to thank everybody for coming out. I have Smarty lollipops for everyone who came. So make sure you come get one before you go. And thank you all for coming. Class dismissed.
Well done, Doctor.
We also have a group meeting where we talk about assignments, and I'm going to remind everyone to watch Freebirds and also to go on dates. So if you want to join that, feel free to join.
What kind of a question?
I told you guys.
Well, that was nice.
I was out of town.
We also have some
Yeah, I went to last week. It was really good.
pumpkin muffins also. I see it all.
I'm looking right now. No, I don't know.
Thanks for all your advice. It's like you guys inspired us to keep pushing forward.
I think you have more stuff. Next one.
I'm sure.
Listen, Flynn.
I'm gonna be, yeah. I'll see you next lecture.
Pumpkin, right? Well, it's nice. Next week is she's so ready for class. She just read. Thank you guys for coming. Oh, that's right. Hey, you guys showed up. So. But did you enjoy? Did you learn something? That's good. Yeah. It's way more fun to see like, what did you do tonight? I went to some random playing football games today. Instead of like, we went and like walked around. But I know how to do that. Exactly. Then you guys are coming.
I came for what I got.
Nope. I told them to come to the football game. They came. I didn't get one. Did you guys get suckers? Thank you all for coming.
I'll take a tiny muffin.
You guys want to go with
One more.
you want something new today?
Double muffin.
Goal accomplished. Bye everybody.
Bye guys.
You're gonna bring some to the combat robotics tomorrow, right?
Well, I'd say it was a success. Should I stop the video?
Oh yeah. Last time they like kept going. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Wait, you were recording this like
Yeah, but dude, I've